We were talking about sunny days.
Yeah.
When are we going to see one of those again?
Well, certainly not in the next, well, we may get a little sun tomorrow. But let's talk about the power outages, because that's a big problem tonight. We actually have a product that we can run, and this is the power outage potential, if you will. So the areas of yellow, that's where it is a elevated risk for seeing power outages in our area. So here's 6 o'clock. Let me walk you through the next couple of hours and notice how this really starts to fill in. By 8 o'clock, it's an elevated risk primarily for South Jersey and down the shore. But by 9, 10 o'clock, we even have some areas that are moderate for those power outages, and it's due primarily to the heavy rain and the wind that is going to be picking up at that time. So we get to 10, by the time we get to midnight and beyond, doesn't mean you couldn't get a power outage. Certainly anything can happen. A branch could fall on a power line well after the storm and then your power goes out. But if you get past about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and you have not lost your power, the odds are good that it will not be going out. Okay, so we're timing out the greatest impacts. Several impacts on this storm. Rain, heaviest between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. tonight, so we're just a couple hours away from that with an additional 1 or maybe even 2 inches on top of what we've already had. Greatest local flooding is going to be between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. And then we have the greatest chance for some river flooding later tonight and into tomorrow, because it takes all the time for the water to run down through the creeks, the streams, those tributaries they're called, into the main rivers, which then our local rivers run into the Delaware, which then of course runs into the ocean, and it just takes time for it to rise. The wind, it is windiest between 7 p.m. and 1 o'clock in the morning, but we're really focused in on that 9 p.m. to midnight time frame. Here's a look at the radar. Everybody has the rain right now, and in some spots, you saw from some of our live shots, it is pouring, and the heaviest rain, another batch, getting ready to move into Philadelphia, I-95, the Blue Route, you name it, Schuylkill Expressway. These are all very, very wet roads right now. So we have the next few hours. The green is the lighter rain. We have the yellow and the orange, the heavy rain. Look at this. By 8 o'clock, here's a look at 9 and even 10, where we get this intense line that's not only going to be pouring rain, but that's where we get some really intense wind. And that's why that power outage elevation went up at that time as these very strong winds move through. We get past midnight, we switch it over to some showers, but the greatest threat's going to be gone after midnight with just a batch of some lingering showers by early tomorrow morning. Now, talking about the additional rainfall, I mentioned another 1 to 2 inches of rain. This is what one of our forecast models is forecasting from this point forward. And you can see there it is up and down I-95, the 1 to 2, another 2 inches of rain on top of all the snow we have in the Poconos, another inch plus down the shore. But the winds, I want to focus on that. This is a current look at the winds. Everything is materialized exactly as we anticipated it materializing, and we're walking into the most impactful time for you. So this is now 56-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Wilmington. Futurecast there just slightly lower, but it has these widespread gusts. Watch what happens. 7 o'clock, widespread 40 to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We get to 9. Now we're talking 50 to 60, if not 60 to 70 down the shore between 9, 10 o'clock. I mean, you get the inches of rain, the saturated ground, and a 60 or 70-mile-per-hour wind gust that is not just for one brief period, but 50 to 60 lasting for hours. It really is a recipe for widespread power outages, or at least the potential for power outages in your area. So that's something we are watching very, very closely. So between now and midnight, we have an extensive plan. We're doing cut-ins literally every hour. We have our show on our channel 57, Philly 57, that will be on the 8 o'clock hour. We're on for the whole hour. All of these are on our streaming channel. Updates every hour, all night long. Our news at 11, and of course tomorrow morning as well. Tomorrow, the rain clears, but it is a windy day. And then our next weather system, Friday night and into Saturday, that also a rainmaker. And look at Saturday, guys. The low 50, the high 50, the temperatures drop all day long by Sunday morning into the 20s. Send it over to you.
Here we go. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Even when we are not on television, our next weather team is always updating current conditions and the forecast on our website, cbsphiladelphia.com/weather.